Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Nadya, and I will explain my research that I have conducted along with my colleagues. The title of my research is Second Grade Difficulties in Understanding Place Value. Section 1 of fundamental concept in mathematics is a concept of a place value. A place value of the digit within a number determined by its position or location. This concept also referred to a multi-digit means that the more digits there are, the greater the value. Understanding concept of the place value is crucial prerequisite for comprehending the other mathematical concepts. Several experts such as study how ancient Poisson and Van de Waal emphasize the importance of a deep understanding of the concept of the place value in a context of a mathematical learning. This becomes crucial prerequisite for understanding addition and subtraction operation as well as serve as foundation for a comprehending number system and developing strategies for additive and subtraction multi-digit number. Student error in addition and subtraction operations reflect a lack of understanding about the increase and decrease of a place value. For example, from ones to tens or from hundreds to tens. Many students also struggle with reading numbers correctly, often disregarding the correct place value. For instance, reading a number 273 as a 273 instead of a 273, which is a correct place value concept. This research aims to identify common mistakes made by students in understanding a place value concept, with a particular focus on hundreds. Its objective is also to understanding how a student answer a question related to the place value concept. The research results are expected to assist educators in addressing students' error and supporting their understanding of the place value concept. Method. This research applies a qualitative approach with a descriptive method. The descriptive method aims to outline problem solving based on collecting data, involving stages of the data collecting, analyzing, and interpretation. This study aims to reinforce student understanding, especially second-grade elementary school students, regarding the concept of the place value. The research was conducted in elementary school in Bandung, involving 20 second-grade students as sample. The students were given a test on the place value concept, and the test results were analyzed and identified the mistake they made to assess their understanding on the place value material. The research instrument used a test to identify students experiencing difficulties in comprehending the place value material. Result. Based on the test results, 75% of students have reached the minimum passing score with an average test score of 70, while the 25% now below average score. The analysis of the question showed verification in the student understanding depending on the type of the question. The question number 1 and 8, which focus accounting the number of blocks in the picture and writing numerical symbol, were answered correctly by 90% of the students. The question number 2 and 6 relate to the place value of the hundreds and tens and ones, as well as a reading place value, were answered correctly by 85% of the students. Question numbers 5 and 7, which focus on reading place value and writing numerical symbols, were answered correctly by 80% of the students. However, question number 3 and 4 involving the place value concept at a more challenging level were only answered correctly by 90% of the students. Finally, the question number 9 and 10, which are more complex in determining in a large, smallest, and equality in a number and ordering numbers, were only answered correctly by 25% and 45% of the students. Here are a few examples of a mistake made by students. Discussion. The learning difficulties found in the line with a few of learners regarding learning difficulties. And question number 10, which is a pertains to ordering numbers, students exhibit spatial relationship difficulties. Question number 1, which requires determining in a number of blocks in an image indicate that students had learning difficulties related to a visual perception and a visual motor association. Meanwhile, question number 2, 3, 4, and 9 involving a concept of place value, hundreds, tens, and ones, and comprehension of the number revealed that a student face challenges in recognizing and comprehending a mathematical symbol. As for question number 5, 6, 7, and 8, which deal with a reading place value and writing numerical symbols, students demonstrated difficulty in a large language and a reading comprehension. One of the teaching that can help a student understand the concept of a place value is guiding them through sequential learning and multi-representation-based learning. The principle can starting from a simpler concept and gradually progressing to the more complex ones, and according with a characteristic of a mathematical plays a crucial role in assisting students in comprehending this concept. Conclusion. So the conclusion of this research is the concept of a place value is fundamental cornerstone in the mathematics that a student must grasp before delving into the other number concept. Misunderstanding in a concept of a place value can result in an error when solving mathematical problems related to addition and subtraction. These results indicate that 75% of students have reached the minimum passing score, while 25% are below average. The most students were capable of answering questions that involve determining the number of blocks in image and a writing number symbol, though some people can discern of 100, 10, and 1 place, as well as a reading place value. There still face challenges with a more complex problem. The most common error in a question related to identify the largest or smallest value in a number and ordering number. The student difficulties in understanding place value can affect that comprehension to another mathematical topic because the mathematical concepts are interconnected. It is important to implement a stable learning approach corresponding to the student difficulty level, such as sequential and multi-representation-based learning. The topic of the place values should research special attention. The mathematical curriculum as several as a crucial foundation in mathematics education. That concludes my research presentation. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.